Are there any questions on that? Okay. So the next one I want everyone to try out, actually. So let me actually, I got to stop the recording. But this one, again, everyone's going to try out. I mean, I could try the breakout groups feature. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should try that. So I guess I can give it a shot. Okay. So, but that's what I'm going to try that. But again, I just want everyone to factor here. Okay. You know, the factor by grouping. Okay. So let's do that. So let me stop the recording and I'll give everyone about. All right. So I don't know how well the breakout groups worked, but I mean, it was something new I tried. So I don't know. So, but anyway, let's go through this one together. Okay. All right. You know, again, I don't take attendance. So if for some reason you had to leave, that's because of technology, whatever, that's okay. You won't lose points or anything. So anyway, let me see. Can everyone hear me? Good and good. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So for this one again, notice there's a non-zero coefficient. Okay. And because of that, am I recording? Because of that, the M is 0 in the GCF. Can everyone hear? Okay. I just want to make sure everyone could hear me. So since there's a non-zero constant term, okay, that tells us in the GCF, M is 0. You know, the smallest exponent of X is 0. Okay. But now let's look at the coefficients here and the constant term, okay? We want to get the greatest common factor among them. So we have 9, 4, 36, and 16. So what I did was I listed the factors like so. So we have 1, 3, 9, 1, 2. For 9, we have 1, 3, and 9. For 4, we have 1, 2, and 4. But hopefully you can see that the only common factor among the coefficients and the constant term is 1. So in this case, the GCF is actually 1. Okay? Does someone have a question or? I thought someone had a question. My mistake. But the GCF then we have is 1. Okay? Now, what we're going to do again for factor by grouping is we form the two groups, right? We have the 4 terms, remember. We're going to make now 2 groups of 2. So we have the first 2 here, like so. We have the first 2 in a group, the third and fourth term in a group, okay? I think someone, yeah, let me mute everyone. Okay. I kept hearing something, so I had to mute everyone, so, all right. Okay, so that's what we have here. Okay. So for the first group then, right, we're going to factor the GCF out of that. So again, after you form the 2 groups, you get the GCF of each group, okay, individually, okay? So for this one, we can see that the smallest exponent of X is 2, okay? The smallest power of X is 2. And for 9 and 36, well, 9 is actually a factor of 36. I mean, you could also go back and look at the factors of 36 and 9, but you would see that 9 is a factor. So 9 is the greatest common factor of 9 and 36. So for this group, okay, for this one, the GCF would be 9 times X squared. And what we do then is we factor out 9 times X squared, right? Because we're going to factor it out. You divide to see what's left over. like so. Okay. Right? When you divide into each term. That's what I'm doing. Here, the 9s are gone. X cubed over x squared, that's just x. 36 over 9 is 4. X squares cancel. So we have this. That's for the first group only. So for the first group, we have this here, as you can see. And now we want to factor the second group here. And what we hope happens, okay? What we hope will happen is that we'll get x plus 4 somehow in the second group. Okay, so if we have 4x plus 16, right? Well, we can see that the smallest power of x is 0, right? Now, 4 is a factor of 16, okay? 4 is a factor of 16. So we can factor out 4. In other words, 4 is the greatest common factor among 4x and 16. So we can factor out 4. In other words, let me say it this way. 4 is the GCF of 4x plus 16. So we factor it out like so, right? Again, there's a non-zero constant term. So the smallest power of x is 0, right? We don't factor out x at all. X is not in the GCF. 4 being a factor of 16, and 4 is over here. 4 is the greatest common factor among the coefficients and the constant term. And so our GCF then would be 4 times x to the 0, which is just 4. So we factor 4 out. We have 4 times the 4x plus 16, right? We put 4 in front and we divide by 4. And that means you divide into each term. And so we get 4 times x plus 4. 4 times x plus 4. Well, that's really good, right? Because now, as you can see, we have 9x squared times x plus 4 times x plus 4, right? So x plus 4 we can factor out. Okay? So if we factor out x plus 4, what we get is x plus 4 times all this, right? You have to divide, and that means you divide into each term. Let me see if this helps. And when you do that, this cancels with this cancels with this, and you're left with this here. Okay. All right. Okay, I show all the steps here. I mean, I hope that helps. I know some people, when they see all the steps, it makes it easier for them. I think some people, it might confuse them more, which I really hope that's not happening. I hope it's helping people, but what questions do you have about this? If you have none, excuse me, if you have any questions, that's great. But if you don't, that's okay also. Okay. All right, so here. I was gonna do another worksheet with everyone. Let me just see if that's what people want. Let me do a poll. And I can't see your faces, so that's why I gotta do these polls. I mean, the worksheet, I don't know if we'll finish it because there was a few different problems, but I could keep lecturing if you want. I don't mind. So I don't mind keep. Let's see. Most people said yes. All right. So you know what? Let me just do another worksheet. I mean, there's 4 questions on it, but I figured, you know what? It might be good just to do let you guys try the first 2 for like 10 minutes. So let me share the worksheet. I can get to it. Here it is. All right. So I did email it. Here. So let me stop sharing this. Again, I'm sorry about the breakout groups. I thought you were able to see what I was sharing. So I thought everyone would be able to see that. All right, let me zoom in on that though. I have there, see if I can zoom in. There we go. So I would just for now, let's just do, say, the first 2 questions. I will post solutions to all of these though, so that, you know, you have more problems to go by. But for practice now, for like 10 minutes, let's say, let's just work on the first 2, okay? Then we'll go through them together, all right? So